We all face moments when opposition surrounds us. People who doubt us, situations that hold us back, voices that say we're not enough. This negativity is like static, trying to drown out the melody of your life. If you focus on the critics, you'll start to believe their lies and feel defeated before you even begin. But God has a different report for your life. He sees your potential and the future He's planned for you. The enemy's noise only has power if you give it your attention. Imagine trying to enjoy your favorite song with static blaring. That's what negativity does. But you can change the station. Tune out the static and focus on the clear, powerful voice of your Creator. Every person of destiny has faced opposition. David had Goliath, Moses had Pharaoh, Paul had critics. They chose to magnify God, not their problems. You can do the same. Fix your heart and mind on the one who holds your future. Don't let the noise of negativity dictate your reality. Your reality is determined by what God says about you. No matter how loud the opposition, you can rise above it. Tune your ears to His promises, not the threats around you. The key to overcoming the enemy's noise is tuning in to God. Life is full of competing voices, fear, doubt, criticism, but God's voice is one of peace and hope. You must choose daily which frequency you'll listen to. The enemy's broadcast is loud, but God's voice is a still, small whisper of encouragement and love. When you tune into God, the other voices fade and lose their power. Problems may not disappear, but your perspective changes. Isaiah 54:17 says, "No weapon formed against you shall prosper." This becomes real when you're more attentive to God's word than the enemy's threats. Decide, God, I want to hear your voice above all others. Turn down negativity, turn up God's promises. When you're aligned with God, you're anchored in truth. God's voice brings peace that surpasses understanding, while the enemy's voice brings anxiety and confusion. Jesus said, "My sheep listen to my voice, I know them and they follow me." There's comfort and safety in the shepherd's voice. It leads to peace, not chaos. When challenges come, the enemy shouts fear and reminds you of your failures. But if you get quiet, you'll hear God whisper, "Be still and know that I am God." His voice is your anchor in the storm, assuring you that you're not alone. Like a parent's soothing words during a storm, God's voice comforts and strengthens you. The enemy wants you to feel abandoned, but God reminds you that you're His beloved child. Learn to distinguish His voice. It always brings hope and grace, never condemnation. The more you listen, the more you'll recognize when a thought isn't from Him. Dismiss the enemy's lies before they take root. Let God's peace settle your heart. How do you tune into God's voice daily? Create space to connect with Him. Start with prayer, not just talking, but listening. A simple, "Good morning, Lord, guide me today," invites Him into your day. Read the Bible. It's God's love letter, filled with promises and wisdom. When the enemy lies, counter with God's truth. I can do all things through Christ. Worship shifts your focus from problems to God's greatness, silencing negativity. Worship anywhere, car, kitchen, or on a walk. Surround yourself with people who speak faith and remind you of God's promises. The right voices reinforce what God is saying to your heart. Make connecting with faith-filled people a priority. These habits make God's voice familiar and clear. Stay strong and focused by tuning in every day. It all comes down to your focus. The enemy's noise can't harm you when you're attentive to God's voice. God's promises are eternal. Challenges are temporary. When you're tuned into Him, you're filled with peace and confidence. Pray, Father, help me tune out distractions and hear you clearly. Let your voice be the loudest in my life. The enemy's strategy is distraction, but God's plan is direction. You have the remote. Change the channel to faith, hope, and love. God's broadcast never goes off the air. Start each day with Him, fill your mind with His word, and talk to Him throughout the day. The enemies that once intimidated you will lose their power. You'll be so focused on God's voice that nothing else will matter. Walk in peace that defies circumstances and joy that can't be taken away. Stay tuned in to the voice that leads you to victory.